another sporting event. I went to the F1.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm not a big F1 fan. I have many times said I find it a little bit boring.
Yeah. We have been to Formula E together.
We have been to Formula E.
Bit different.
Been to a few Formula E's.
Yeah.
But I went to Formula 1 because Team Quadrant,
Big up.
Lando Norris's team.
Did you say to them, can Lando come on the podcast?
I didn't.
Fuck.
He can basically do stuff in the winter is what we found out. When he's...
Okay.
Like, so he's not allowed to see people. So after the race, he wasn't allowed to come get a drink with us.
Oh, mad.
He has to stay in a bubble.
Vic snuck in. He got a photo.
No, so Vic was in. So basically, say the thing is like a circle.
Yeah.
The whole venue is a circle. In the middle is the green zone. Everywhere else is the red zone.
Right.
If you leave the green zone, you can't go back in. You're contaminated.
Got you.
So Vic was in the green zone he went with like, I think Channel 4.
Yeah.
So he was in there. Vic wasn't allowed to see us.
Wow.
So it was like, Vic wasn't allowed to see us, but if he did come see us, he wasn't allowed to go back in.
Yeah.
So
can you remember how hot those tents were for Formula E? So you know where the cars are. Can you imagine what it'd been like this week?
Oh.
And was it hot for you just being there?
Yeah, but part of that was we found out I was literally about to leave. I'm 3 minutes away from getting in a cab.
Yeah.
And Toby quoted something in our group chat about a dress code. And I was like, I wasn't in this group chat when the dress code was put in. So I was like, if Toby didn't quote this, I was about to turn up in basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
So if you join a chat after,
you can't see the old messages.
Can someone still quote them from before?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But then I can't click it.
Yeah, you can just see
So I could see the start said like dress code for the event, and then I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So because Toby sent that, I was like, wait, there's a dress code.
And you panicked.
And he quoted it again, and it was like, you have to wear smart trousers or jeans. So I went in jeans or smart shorts, but I didn't have them. So I went in jeans, and you have to wear a collared shirt. So I was boiling.
Yeah.
Like boiling, because that was a hot day.
Yeah.
It was on Sunday.
Well, did you see, like today, they actually, I think for the first time ever, they put out like a extreme heat warning.
Mad.
What was it? It's like some sort of like level of, the first ever Met Office like major announcement for the heat. Bro, my balcony is like wooden, and you know when you go to like Dubai, say, or you go somewhere that's really like humid, hot, and you can actually smell like the wood burn.
Yeah.
The restaurant I went to in Dubai, where like the floor is like a decking, and I could smell my balcony like burning. Balcony.
Yeah, it's English.
Bro, I had a drink. I'm absolutely buzzing. Balcony, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I went to that.
So the crash.
Well, it wasn't on the corner we were on, but there are screens everywhere. But yeah, I'm not really an F1 fan, but obviously I wasn't a Formula E fan. We went and we all enjoyed it.
It did, yeah.
So I've also tried to start this new thing of saying yes to more opportunities.
Yeah.
Josh put in the chat, like, does anyone want to go? I think Ethan was meant to go, and then Ethan couldn't go. Mm-hmm. And I messaged Josh and I was like, look, if no one else is going, I'll go, obviously. Anyone who actually is like an F1 fan, go ahead of me.
Yeah.
But if no one else is, and Josh was like, oh no, it's very last minute if you want to come.
I'm always like that as well. When someone asks me something, I always feel bad that I'm taking someone who maybe would like it more.
Yeah, I mean, like if someone invited me to a football match, for example, or like when you get into the semi-final, etc., stuff like that. Like,
Euros, goddammit.
It is very, you love football. Yeah. F1 was very out of character for me.
Yeah, can you imagine if you were there and then someone at home was like, oh man, I'm a massive F1 fan. Although I think, the incidents of F1, obviously Verstappen and Hamilton having a look come together, I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know. I don't know enough about the sport, but what it is doing to me is making me more interested in the sport. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then, sorry, hold on. It wasn't cool that a man got hospitalized, but it was like an event.
No, I mean, everyone around me was saying, there was a lot of people around me who weren't like massive F1 fans. They all like it, but they weren't massive fans.
Yeah.
Went, is it bad that I kind of want them to crash?
I know what you
mean, I was like,
yeah.
Everyone does. Everyone wants everyone to be safe.
Yeah, of course.
But you want to see someone spin out.
You want to. I think so. A lot of people like. I think this in F1. This is a very big topic right now. Everyone's like, Hamilton shouldn't have done that. Whereas other people are saying, Max always drives quite aggressively, so it was going to happen eventually. Whether it was maybe Hamilton who's spun out or Max who's spun out, or sorry, not spun out, got hit. But at the same time, it's like people want to see them going head to head. So people want to see those like close calls, those actual like intense moments.
Yeah.
And that again is a spectator sport, right? Like all sports are. So I think yeah.
But then the ending of it was mental. I don't know if you watched much.
Leclerc, right? Is that his name? Charles Leclerc. Because didn't they almost have like?
Well, Hamilton got a 10-second delay.
Yeah.
Was in 5th or 6th or something like that. And then he had something like 8 laps, or no, 13 laps, and had to make up 10 seconds.
Mad.
And it was like every lap. So we're on this corner. It was called Brooklands corner.
Brooklyn, baby?
No, Brooklands.
All right, yeah.
Like Brookland.
No, I was just singing Jay-Z.
Didn't ask. We're on a corner that's like almost like an S.
Yeah.
And every lap, you just see Hamilton that little bit closer.
That's so sick.
So it was, it was started off 10 seconds apart.
Yeah.
And the next lap, he's 9.
That is sick.
Now he's 8. And it was that was amazing.
I think that's where like F1 becomes enjoyable. Like on the surface, if you're not into the sport, it seems very boring, doesn't it? Like the start's really great, the end's really great, but it's like why are everyone so into it for the rest of it? But I think it's the data, isn't it? Like the seconds that they can shave off, the here and there. So I think I would like to get into it. I might have to watch the Netflix show.
I'm going to watch that.
It. Yeah, Drive to Survive.
Everyone around me said that's what actually got me into it. Basically.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna give that a watch.
I've been working.
I'm an F1 fan now, not a mad fan.
Maybe we'll cuddle together and watch it.
Maybe. Probably not.
Oh, I was going to hold you to that.
Maybe.
Well, you've said it on the podcast now. So
I've said maybe. I've never.
No.
Yes.
You said yeah first. You went, yeah, maybe. So you said yeah first.
You want to cuddle? And watch it?
Yeah. Well, I just want to cuddle, really. But yeah. So guys, F1. Thing is, I was watching it with my brother the day before, actually. And they did that first ever sprint, didn't they? I don't know if you didn't see it Saturday, did you?
No, so we only went the Sunday.
Yeah, but I think they're trialing out a new sprint where it's just like 17 laps. Yeah. And I was asking my brother, so I think Perez or Pereira, I don't know who it was, but someone like spun out. And then my brother was like, oh, he's out of it now. Like, he's going to be bottom, of course. But then I noticed that like he recovered a little bit and he wasn't bottom. He was like 18th, and there was someone 19th and 20th, and that was like Haas, I think, the team called Haas, which apparently are in Drive to Survive, and they're quite funny.
Oh, okay. So they came last yesterday.
Yeah.
They were the team that Toby started supporting them when they were already losing.
Yeah.
When they got lapped, and they had been lapped by like 3 people, and then a couple laps later, they've been lapped by 4.
Yeah.
Lapped by 5, lapped by 6.
Well,
but from what I've heard, they are amazing. It's just the cars.
Yeah, but also so Mazepin, one of them, he's not even he's an F1 racer, obviously, but his dad just like owns a team, or his dad's like mega rich.
Oh, really?
Some like Russian done him. That's what my brother told me at least anyway. So just bought a spot in the team. She just always last.
Man, he's just sat there like driving along, singing like AirPods in, just going like.
Yeah. I think of course like McLaren and all the teams they buy into the F1 similar to how a lot of other sports things work. So I guess whereas you got Hamilton, he obviously gets sponsored at a younger age because he's so talented, and they pay for him to get his spot in.
Yeah.
Whereas this bloke's just like, I don't know, I want to race. So the fact that someone spun out and like had to recover, you're still coming like last. Just
as a heads up, neither of us know anything about
Yeah, I could
F1,
be absolutely completely wrong.
Yeah, if we've said anything wrong, take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, or and if you do something, put something in the comments, make it like a
constructive.
Yeah, constructive. Yeah, because we want to get into it. And if you're an F1 fan, you want to be accepting newcomers, and one day we'll learn. So shut up.
That's what I hate. I hate people that are like, you shouldn't be going if you don't like it. And I'm like, well, I mean, I did offer it to everyone else first, and also, I haven't got into it.
Yeah, everyone starts somewhere.
I haven't got into it by watching it on TV or anything like that. But me going to this one event has now made me actually go, oh, when's the next one on? Like, I'll actually watch it.
Yeah, and then obviously F1's a huge sport, but it's like you have certain areas where it obviously can get stronger. So I know, Lawrence McKenna, he put a basketball documentary out, which is actually really good. Like, check it out if you want. Obviously, because basketball is something huge in America, right? But in the UK, it's everyone loves it. A lot of people enjoy it, but it's less cared about, less focused on. So I think it's harder. There's less funding. It's harder for teams to grow, for players to get good at it and stuff. So they made a documentary to kind of like grow NBA in the UK. And that's a similar thing where some people might be like, oh, you know nothing about basketball, man. Don't you know? Whereas you never get a chance.
Yeah.
It's the same way as like women's football as well, or say MLS or soccer. It's like you joke about it, people joke on it, but then it can never grow unless
you have to actually accept that it. Yeah,
there's some men's football that's worse than women's football for sure.
Yeah,
and obviously like back in the day, like 90s football, 80s football was atrocious at times. It's just like you have to get somewhere. So
so don't hate on me for going to that. And if you do, Vic went to the Euros final.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna hate anyone, hate on Vic. No,
you know what he actually worked out? We're joking, by the way. Don't get it, obviously. But we worked out. Well, Vic's only been to 2 football matches ever.
Semi-final and final.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Vic.
To be fair though,
has played in more matches in stadiums than he's been to.
That's gangster though.
That's gangster as hell.
Yeah.
Right, he's played in 3 stadiums or 3 matches in stadiums.
I'm going to play in the next Saturday football match.
You don't decide that.
Nah, but no. Well, I'm going to get fit for it.
Okay.
I'm going to put myself into contention, whether I'm in or not.
Okay.
And when I say Saturday football match, it might not be. I didn't say charity match. I said football match.
Okay.
So if you go for a kickabout, I'm going to play in that.